There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name. Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino Is the Name, and in this video, I wanted to talk about a question that I was asked. I did an interview on another YouTube channel. Shout out to 16 Shot 'em. But in this video, I was asked whether or not I thought college was a scam. And no, I don't believe that college is a scam, but I do understand why people think that. Okay? So first things first, if you didn't come from a household where your parents went to school, and even then your parents might have gone to school, and there are people who have gone to school and went on to get PhDs and still don't understand the college system, right? And when I say the system, I don't mean that it's some kind of scam or anything. I just mean that college there's a way to go to college. Let's say that. Yeah, let's just say that. There is a way to go to college. All right? So let me explain how college works. First, once you get out of high school, you can get a trade, where you can get a certificate. Might take 2 months, a month, might take 6 months, might take a year, might take 9 months. Whatever that program is, you can get a certificate, you can get a licensure or something like that. Because say become a barber. To become a barber isn't a 2-year, isn't an associate's degree, isn't a bachelor's degree. Now, I don't know, you might be able to get a bachelor's or associate's degree in those, but you don't need them in order to become a barber. You have to have the hours of training and be able to pass the tests. And, you go through the coursework or whatever like that. But it's not necessarily a master's degree. Now, can you get a master's degree in barbering? I don't know, possibly. But you don't have to have that in order to become a master barber. See what I'm saying? All right, so now you go from a trade to associate's degree level, right? So an associate's degree is a 2-year degree. Then you get your bachelor's degree is above that. So that's a bachelor's is a 4-year degree. And then your master's degree is above the bachelor's degree. And then above the master's degree, guess what's above the master's degree? A lot of people probably think that it's the PhD. Be actually, there are these degrees in between that most people don't get unless you're maybe a lawyer or you want to be a teacher or something like that. They have these specialist degrees, LLMs and things like that. They're in between, they're right above the master's and they're below the PhD. Okay? So, or the doctorate or whatever. So then, of course, you have above the specialist degrees, you have the PhDs, the MDs, the JDs, and things like that. So that is how the hierarchy works. Now, one of the misconceptions about school is, say you want to become an accountant, right? So a lot of people go get their associate's degree, or some people even go get a certificate, which is below the associate's degree level. Maybe they did a year of some kind of coursework where they got a certificate in accounting. Then they'll go on and get their associate's degree in accounting. Then they'll go on to get their bachelor's degree in accounting. Then they'll go on to get their master's degree in accounting. Now, I understand the focus of, you're trying to make sure you cover your accounting base. But once you pass 24 credit hours in accounting and you get your bachelor's degree, you have a bachelor's degree and 24 credit hours in accounting, the master's degree, the PhD, the whatever else, the associate's degree in accounting, none of those really matter except for unless you got to sit for the CPA and you still need the extra amount of credits, a couple extra credits in order to sit for the CPA. But in most cases, you don't run into that situation. I don't have that issue or whatever. I can sit for the CPA tomorrow because I have enough credits to sit for the CPA, and I got the core credit hours that I needed to at least sit for the CPA, at least in the state of Georgia. All right, so what you could do, though, because the only degree that really matters when it comes to accounting, listen, people going to disagree. Don't worry about it. I understand people going to disagree with what I'm saying. But the bachelor's degree in accounting is the one that really matters. You can get your MBA in something. So don't get your master's degree in accounting. I wouldn't suggest that. I would suggest getting your MBA. It makes you more marketable because you've already proven that you're an accountant, right? An associate's degree in accounting doesn't really help unless you just want to be more well-rounded in accounting before you actually get into the bachelor's degree. I would get an associate's degree in something else. Get an associate's degree in computer science, then get your bachelor's degree in accounting. See, this is how college is supposed to work. You're not supposed to just go, well, I mean, you can. I'm not saying you're not supposed to, because they will let you do it. It's up to you. It's your future. It's just not enough of us know the system, right? So get your associate's degree in computer science or nursing or something else, right? And then get your bachelor's degree in accounting. Then get your master's degree. I would suggest getting an MBA because most occupations are like, well, if you're going to have your master's, do you have your MBA? They're kind of like standard at this point. But if you don't want to get your MBA, get your master's in something else. Just something else that you can use that just makes you even more well-rounded. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else you could get it in. If you got your associate's degree in, say, computer science, and you got your bachelor's degree in accounting, and you don't get your MBA, maybe you want to get your master's in, I don't know. I'm really trying to think. Healthcare administration. I don't know. Whatever it is, but that extra degree makes you more well-rounded versus just one-track minded, right? Because now you can get a computer science job in a hospital in the accounting section. You know what I mean? And you're over the accounting network because your degrees connect you. And so let's say you're working in tax start, and so you have your associate's degree in nursing, right? And you have your bachelor's degree in accounting, and you have your master's degree in IT. So, or computer science or something. So you have your associate's degree in nursing, which you can become an RN, and you get your bachelor's degree in accounting, and then you have your master's degree in IT. Let's say you're working in tax, and for whatever reason, the place that you're working, or maybe you're working in audit, and for whatever reason, the place that you're working is saying, hey, we're kind of going out of business, you need to go somewhere else. Well, you still have your nursing, right? You can still go pick that up. You still, it's not a dead degree. And let's say then the nursing says, hey, we got to do some cutbacks, whatever. But you still have your master's in IT, in computer science or something. And so, you've been still sharpening up your skills. You got a couple certifications, then you can go over there. But if you're one track the whole time, say if you have associate's degree in nursing, bachelor's degree in nursing, and bachelor's degree in nursing, master's degree in nursing, all you have is nursing. You can't go work in tax or in audit. I'll put it like that. Maybe you can't anybody can work in tax apparently, but not for the Big Four. You know what I mean? But people do taxes at their house or whatever. But if you go and you're trying to get an audit position, like a legit audit job or some kind of accountant position, you're not able to do that just because all you have is nursing all the way through. But you could have blended those degrees where you could have been well-rounded to do it all. And that's one of the issues that we have. There are people who go get an associate's degree in psychology not knowing that that degree is useless just about unless you go get your master's and your clinicals done. you can't really use it, your doctorate or something, you're going to kind of need to go further. So even if you got your bachelor's degree, it's not a lot of things you can do with that. So you might have gone to school for 4 years. And the problem is we just don't know the system. And that is the main issue with college. It is not a scam. College, if you're poor, if you come from a household that was not maybe had the best financial structure for you, or didn't have that much money, then you get to go to school for free. But you have to go to a public school, a community college, a state school, or something like that. But that private school, whenever you go to a school, no, this is another thing. Most of us don't say, hey, is this a private school? They say, well, I want to go to beauty school or cosmetology, or I want to go to school for accounting, but this is the school that's going to let me start today. Like I can start next week at this school. That's because it's probably a private school. If they let you start pretty much anytime they want, they're probably a private school. They're going to charge you more than what a state school would charge you. And state school would be free. You might just have to wait until the next semester starts. That community college up the street, you might just have to wait until that session, that next session starts before you go there. But if you're like, man, I just got to start something, I'm ready to sign up, I'm trying to get in school, they say I can start next week. And so you sign up with this expensive private school that doesn't look like it's very expensive, because it might be a little building or whatever like that, a couple of little small buildings, look kind of rinky dink, but they're charging you, 5 times or 4 times the amount of tuition that a normal state school would charge you. Plus, you'll be able to get the Pell Grant or some kind of grant because you don't come from money. Your FAFSA would cover whatever your cost would be for school. So instead, we go to these expensive private schools because we don't know enough information. And when I say we, I'm referring to people who come from the background that I come from, because I'm assuming that there are some other families that do understand the difference, or people who come from different backgrounds do understand how degrees work and how to go to college the proper way. But our people get in student loan debt real bad, right? And we're constantly just taking out loans for years. And, we get 80,000 in student loans and still no degree because we don't even know what we're doing in college, really. And then they get out of school and they have a bachelor's degree in psychology or sociology or something like that. And there's like almost nothing that they can do with it. I'm not saying nothing at all, but there's almost nothing they can do with it. They can just about get the job. Well, what they end up working, if they're working, they might end up in Verizon or something like that, working in a position that they didn't necessarily need a degree in to be in, And so then they have the student loan or whatever like that, and it's just not making sense. So then we get into this cycle of believing that college is a scam, or there's something working against us, or that college is expensive. But college, when you come from no money, is really free. It's free. And it's just that we don't know how to go to school the proper way. Anyway, that's my spiel on it. By the way, we're doing a wealth conference December 12th here in Atlanta, Georgia. The link is going to be in the description below. Seats are limited. Book your seat. Right now, you watch a Casino as a Name, man, and I'll see y'all December 12th. I'm out. Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now, you're watching Casino as a Name, and I wanted to announce my first official live event. It's called the Fast Money Wealth Conference. It's going to be December 12th right here in Atlanta, Georgia. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a 2-day event. We're going to be talking about trucking, real estate, grant writing, and government contracts. We're also going to go out on location and actually walk through a property. The link to the event will be in the description below. Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now, you're watching Casino as the Name, and if you want to know how I started my trucking business, I have an ebook called Big Shot, Hot Shot, Volume 1, on your trucking authority. The link is going to be in the description. It'll pretty much tell you everything from if the taxes to different types of trailers and all sorts of things. It's a great book, 5-star reviews. Link will be in the description. Go get it. Yeah. Me and her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live with a rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really trap.
You say you want to be successful, but what's stopping you? Can't nothing stop you from being successful except for you. You standing in your own way. I came from the bottom. I ain't know nothing but the grind. You can't tell me nothing about that. I called the Busted Basin Street Projects in Tallahassee, Florida. You hear me? I used to think $1 million would last me my whole life. I'd have made that and spent that. $1 million ain't enough.
There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? There's money everywhere. There's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the name.